What is up, Spider-Man fans? Welcome back to the channel. Now, today we're going to be talking about... By the way, if you haven't seen Spider-Man No Way Home yet, go watch that and then come back to this video. Sorry about my voice. I'm kind of sick at the moment, But, anyway... But like I said, if you haven't seen Spider-Man No Way Home, go watch this and then come back because I am going to spoil it. We're going to talk about... So after seeing Spider-Man No Way Home, what is next for Spider-Man? We already know that they confirmed that there's going to be another Spider-Man trilogy. But yeah, at the ending of Spider-Man No Way Home, Doctor Strange did a spell basically to wipe everyone's memories. So everyone remembers Spider-Man, but nobody knows Peter Parker. And apparently nobody knew Peter Parker ever existed. I think. I mean, he's not in the school system, so I don't know how to spell words. But either way, MJ doesn't remember him. Ned doesn't remember him. Doctor Strange doesn't remember. Like, no one remembers Peter Parker is Spider-Man. So I feel like this new trilogy is going to be with Peter Parker struggling to be Spider-Man. But yeah. Now, what I think this new trilogy is going to be about, I don't think there's going to be tech involved, which, thank goodness. Because don't get me wrong, I love Tom Holland as Spider-Man, but one of the problems I have is Spider-Man relied too much on tech. Like, Spider-Man tried to be Iron Man, basically. And, like, that's not who Spider-Man is. Spider-Man has nothing to do with tech, really. But, I don't know. If you remember in Spider-Man No Way Home, not Spider-Man No, Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man was talking to the Prowler. The Prowler said he has a nephew in the MCU. And if you remember, if you're a big Marvel fan, the Prowler's nephew is none other than Miles Morales, who will later on become Spider-Man. So what if in the trilogy we see Miles Morales in the Spider-Man trilogy? Maybe he might make a small cameo. Maybe it might be before Miles, gets his spider powers, but just, he might make a cameo just to let us know, hey, Miles Morales is in the movie. Or in the MCU. And also in Spider-Man Homecoming, where's my boy Scorpion at? They teased him at the end credit scene, but we're yet to see Scorpion. So I feel like Scorpion might be well, not the end credit scene, but Scorpion might make an appearance in this upcoming new Spider-Man trilogy. And oh my god, guys, that final swing at the end of No Way Home, that brand new Spider-Man suit. Like, don't get me wrong. I as of right now, my favorite Tom Holland suit, it has to be that red and black. Like, don't get me wrong. I love the red and blue classic Spider-Man suit, but I don't... That black and red suit, makes me feel something inside. Makes me feel all warm and fuzzy in my tum-tum. But that new suit when Tom Holland got at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home. Ooh. I can't wait to see an HD version of that. Like, it was hard to see because he was swinging around all over the place. But from what I've seen, it looks good, man. I just hope they don't, he just doesn't have 17 different suits. Because that's one of the problems that Tom Holland Spider-Man has. Marketing, they kind of just like give him so many suits just for marketing purposes. Got to sell toys and stuff, different Spider-Man suits. But yeah, hopefully they don't do that. And I swear, I hope they don't undo the spell. Like, Like, if they went full throttle with this, they did the spell at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home, and if they or undo the spell in the trilogy, I'm going to be upset a little. I'm not going to lie. Like, I really, really hope they don't undo the spell. And now that MJ and Ned's going off to college, they're going to Boston, so I don't think... I think we'll see MJ and Ned in the MCU again. However, I don't think they'll be in the next Spider-Man movie because they're going off to Boston. Spider-Man's staying in New York. He has to get his GED because he's not in the school system. And then Ned... So in Spider-Man No Way Home, Ned was talking to Tobey Maguire, and Tobey Maguire said he had a best friend who died in his arms after he tried to kill him, and Ned promised Tom Holland that he will never try to kill him. However, what I think might happen, maybe Ned goes to like chemistry class in Boston, something goes wrong, and he accidentally turns himself into the Hobgoblin, which, if you don't know who the Hobgoblin is basically like this villain, which Ned turns into. So maybe he might accidentally turn himself into the Hobgoblin and try to kill Spider-Man. And since Ned doesn't remember Peter Parker anymore, Ned's not going to care and tries to kill Spider-Man. And Spider-Man would not want to because he remembers Ned. And it will just be heartbreaking, man. It'll be heartbreaking. But now that MJ doesn't remember Spider-Man does need a new love interest in this next trilogy. Maybe Gwen Stacy. Maybe Gwen Stacy might appear, but I feel like, because like Andrew told Tom that Gwen Stacy dies. So maybe Tom will remember that, because like all the universes are kind of parallel, even though it's not the exact same scenario, and maybe not the exact same, variant basically, but it's like parallel. It's similar enough. And maybe Tom Holland would remember that, and he doesn't want to get into a relationship with Gwen Stacy because he might know where that's going to lead. But who would be a love interest? Maybe Black Cat, I guess. Sometimes Black Cat could be a love interest to Spider-Man, but like that's more of an off again, on again thing. Like it's not like an intimate, like they're not like full on in love. It's more like, love, then they don't, then kind of like an off again, on again thing. But yeah, that's about it. Leave me your thoughts. What do you think is going to happen in this new upcoming Spider-Man trilogy? Leave your theories and thoughts down below. And yeah, I know this video is all over the place. I'm tired. It's 3:17 a.m. I should have probably waited till like I was awake, because my thoughts are everywhere. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. And like I said, if you have any theories on what is going to happen in the next Spider-Man movie, let me know. And I'll see you guys in the next one.